Hello, I'm the Cube Master, and today I'm going to teach you how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Before watching this video, I highly recommend watching my other videos because they will explain some of the things I'll be talking about in this video. Now, before we start learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube, we have some algorithms to learn. The method I will teach you has 4 algorithms to learn. As I show the algorithms, feel free to pause the video so that you can write them down. I will also be showing and demonstrating how the algorithms work, so you don't have to memorize the notation, just the algorithm. The first algorithm to learn is an algorithm that I like to call the fast 4 because it consists of 4 turns and it's very fast. You'll be using this algorithm a lot in this method. To perform the fast 4 algorithm, simply take the right side of the cube and turn it down or counterclockwise. Take the top side of the cube and turn it left or clockwise. Take the right side of the cube again and turn it up or clockwise, and to finish, turn the top of the cube right or counterclockwise. Performing that algorithm once does not do much to help you solve the cube, but performing it a second time will rotate all of the corners in place, and it will rotate these 3 edges. Doing it a third time will put all of these edges back in place, and it will swap out the corners. This corner is swapped with this corner, and this corner is swapped with this corner. Doing it another 3 times for a total of 6 will put the cube back in the position it was when you started. My favorite part about this algorithm is the blistering speed at which it can be performed. Check it out. That was 24 moves in under 2 seconds. If you want to go this fast, try turning it with your pointer finger here and turn the right side, then push the top side with your pointer finger, then bring the right side back up and push the upper side back over. The next algorithm to learn is what I like to call the cross maker. To perform this algorithm, take the front side of the cube, rotate it clockwise, take the right side, rotate it up or clockwise, take the top side of the cube and rotate it to the left or clockwise, then take the right side of the cube again, rotate it down or counterclockwise, then take the top of the cube once again, turn it counterclockwise or to the right, and then take the front of the cube and rotate it back counterclockwise. What this algorithm does is it changes the edges on the top side of the cube. For example, this edge and this edge are both flipped around so that the orange and red sides are on the top, and then these 3 edges are all rotated. This edge comes down to here, this edge comes over to here, and this edge goes over here. The next algorithm to learn is what I like to call the runaround. To perform this algorithm, take the left side of the cube, rotate it up or counterclockwise, take the top side of the cube and rotate it to the right or counterclockwise, take the left side of the cube again, rotate it down or clockwise, then once again rotate the top of the cube right or counterclockwise, rotate the left side counterclockwise or up again, and then bring the top around 180 degrees, and then bring the left side down or clockwise. The reason I call this the runaround is because you bring up a piece from the bottom layer, like this green piece, and it runs around the cube. What this algorithm does is it again moves around the edges on the top layer. This edge goes here, this edge goes here, and this edge goes here. This next algorithm is an algorithm I like to call Newton's cradle. To perform this algorithm, take the top side and rotate it to the left or clockwise, take the right side, rotate it up or clockwise, take the top side again and rotate it right or counterclockwise, and take the left side and rotate it up or counterclockwise, then take the top side again and rotate it left or clockwise. Take the right side, rotate it down or counterclockwise. Take the top side, rotate it right or counterclockwise. Then take the left side and rotate it down, which is clockwise. The reason I call this Newton's cradle is because when you turn the top side, this green piece moves this other green piece out of the way so this side can come down like that. This algorithm affects the corners on the top side. This corner goes over here, this corner goes over here, and this corner goes down to this corner. Alright, let's solve. Okay, so the first step is to solve all the edges on the first side. For this video, we are going to use the green side. So what you want to do is you want to look around the cube and find edges that have green on it, like this green and yellow piece, and bring them up to the green side. And then you just go around finding all the green edges and bringing them up, and try not to get rid of the ones that you already have on the green side. Also, remember that not only do the green edges all have to be on the green side, but they have to be lined up with the other center. So like this green and yellow piece has to also be in line with the yellow center, and this green and red piece also has to be aligned with the red. Don't let the corners distract you. Once you have solved all the green edges, then you will go and solve the edges along this mid-slice here. So what you do is you find one that goes in that mid-slice, like this red and yellow one. Find the same color as the side that is on this edge of the cube, so this yellow. Turn it up, bring that piece into the spot, and bring it down. If you can't find any middle slice pieces, they might already be in the middle slice, just in the wrong spot, like this white and orange piece. So what you do is you need to move it out and then move it in to the right spot. Once you've solved all the edges along the middle layer, you want to make sure that the blue edges are all facing up. Sometimes all the edges will already be facing up and you can skip this step. If you have two edges face up that are across from each other like this, turn the cube this way and perform the crossmaker algorithm, and it will solve all the top edges. If you have two edges face up that are next to each other that make kind of a V like that, hold the cube like this and then perform the crossmaker algorithm, and you will get that. Perform it again and you will get all the edges facing up. But let's say you're unlucky and you have no edges facing up. What you're going to have to do is pick any side, do the crossmaker algorithm. Now you have that. Do it again, and do it one more time. And then you will have all edges facing the correct direction. Now that all the edges are facing the same way, you have to make sure that they're in the right spot. See, this orange is on the white side, and this red is on the orange side. You have to make that right. If they're already in the right spot, awesome, you don't have to do this step. But if they aren't in the right spot, what you'll have to do is you'll have to line up one of the edges, and only one, and then perform the runaround algorithm. You might have to do it twice. When doing this step, you might encounter a situation where no matter how you turn the cube, there will always be two edges in the right spot. Like this. What do you do then? Just do the runaround algorithm and try lining up one then. Once all the edges are solved, then you want to make sure that all the corners with green on them are in one of the spots on the green side, and all the corners with blue are in one of the spots on the blue side. To do this, what you do is you look for corners that are in the wrong spot, like this one, and this one. You line them up like this so that they are across from each other like that, and then you perform the fast 4 algorithm like this, with them here and here. And remember, what that algorithm does is it switches that one with that one. Keep in mind as you're doing this that although these two pieces switch, this piece and this piece switch as well. Once all the pieces are on the right side, now all the corners need to be in the right spot. So what you do is you find a corner that's already in the right spot, like this one, and then you put it in the upper right corner of your front side and perform the Newton's cradle algorithm. If you can't possibly find one that's in the right side, just perform the Newton's cradle algorithm and try again. If 2 corners are in the right spot, then what you'll have to do is turn the cube so that the blue or green side is facing you, turn the top layer once to the right or counterclockwise, then perform the fast 4 algorithm 3 times, and then turn the top layer back. And then you can start the whole process over, looking for the right corners and performing Newton's cradle algorithm. Remember to do it for the blue side too. Once all the corners are in the right spot, you'll need to rotate them to solve the cube. This cube right here is a fine example of a cube that needs to be rotated. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this cube that we desire to rotate in the back left top corner. Then we're going to perform the fast 4 algorithm, either 2 or 4 times. Remember, the fast 4 algorithm needs to be performed 6 times in order for the rest of the cube to stay fixed. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to rotate this left face to put another bad cube that needs to be rotated into that top back left spot, and then perform the fast 4 algorithm until it's solved. Keep this in mind as you solve the other corners, because it's very important that you do not end up in a bad situation like this, where this one is bad and this one on the other side is bad, so that when you go in to solve this one, there are no other bad ones to solve in order to satisfy the rest of the fast 4 algorithm. And there you have it. That is how you solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Don't like unless you enjoyed the video, and don't subscribe unless you want more. Goodbye.